למעלות, אשא עיני אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. עזרי מעם אדוני, עושה שמיים בארץ, אל יתן למות רגליך, אל ינום שומרך. הנה לא ינום ולא יישן שומר ישראל. אדוני שומרך, אדוני צלך, על יד ימינך. יומם השמש לא יככה, וירח בלילה. אדוני ישמורך מכל רע, ישמור את נפשך. אדוני ישמור צאתך ובואך, מעתה ועד עולם. היי די 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 די
We're happy to present for you this year a virtual Yizkor service so that we can follow the custom of dedicating some time during this holiday to the memory of our loved ones who have passed away. Before we begin, I wanted to offer a short reflection on prayer, its purpose and its importance, particularly at this time. As some of you may know, the final days of Passover are dedicated to the miracle of the splitting of the sea. That's the portion of the Torah that's read, Shirat Hayam, and that's the event that we're commemorating. As the story goes, the Israelites arrive at the sea after having been redeemed, and suddenly they behold Pharaoh and the Egyptian army running towards them. They were seized with fear, trapped at both ends with nowhere to turn. Aware of their plight, they turned to God, and the Torah says, Vayitzaku b'nei Yisrael el Hashem. They cried out to the Lord their God, and of course, God answers them. The Baal Shem Tov asks a really interesting question about this episode. God is clearly portrayed here as the hero. He answers when the Israelites cry. God saves the day. Well, where was he for hundreds of years when the Israelites were in bondage, also crying out? Why is God suddenly so attentive to Israel's cries? He offers a fascinating answer. He says, look very carefully at the language describing the Israelites' cries when they were in bondage at the opening chapters of Exodus. The Torah says there that the Israelites, ye'anchu vayiz'aku, they groaned and they cried. It doesn't say they cried unto God like it says here at the shore of the sea. It just says they groaned and they cried. From this, taught the Baal Shem Tov, we learn a really important lesson about the purpose of prayer, and in many ways the purpose of Yizkor as well. Whether it's bondage in Egypt or all sorts of challenges and losses we endure in life, we are often inclined to respond just like the Israelites did in Egypt, with groaning and with crying. We say, Oy vey, why me? How can I bear this burden? This might sound like crying out to God, but it's really not. It's just complaining and kvetching about our own situation. By the time the Israelites arrive at the sea, they learn that prayer cannot just be about them and their situation. Vayitzaku el Hashem. They turn upwards. They cried out to God. They're not moaning and groaning anymore. Now they're praying. They pray perhaps for their families, for their friends. They pray that God's benevolence overwhelm Egyptian tyranny. They pray that God's compassion should overwhelm Pharaoh's mercilessness. And that is prayer that God answers. At Yizkor time, and perhaps particularly this Yizkor, we are inclined to cry out and scream about our own challenges and our own losses. We do have much to moan and groan about. That's certainly okay, but it's not prayer. If we want to take a moment and pray during this service, we should be careful about what we ask for and what we say. We may feel alone in our challenges, but this year, remember, there is a collective pain that unites us. And we have lots to pray for today, for the sake of the millions of people who are suffering, particularly in the world right now, for compassion, for mercy, for strength for all those who are helping, for community, for wisdom. That is not moaning and groaning. That is real prayer. And it can be expressed in our homes as well as it can be expressed in our synagogues, with a minyan or without a minyan. The Psalms say, Karov Hashem lechol asher yikra'uhu be'emet. God is close to everyone who calls out in sincerity. May we use these moments to think about the best of humanity, and may we unite together in our yearnings, our hopes, and our longings for a better tomorrow as we dedicate a few moments to the memory of our departed.
על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על ביתנו התינוקת שמור אלי הטוב, על האש המבוערת, על המים הזכים, על האיש השב הביתה מן המרחקים, על כל אלה, שמור נא לי הטוב, על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על נטע הקורן הטובה, אל תשכח את התקווה, החשיבני וישובה אל הארץ הטובה. שמור לי על זה הבית, על הגן, על החומה, יגון מפחד פתע ממלחמה, שמור על המעט שיש לי, על האור ועל הטף, על הפרי שלא הבשיל עוד ושנאסף, על כל אלה, שמור נא לי אלי הטוב, על הדבש ועל העוקץ, על המר והמתוק, על נתרע קורן הטובה, אל תשכח את התקווה, השיבני וישובה אל הארץ הטובה.
Eternal God, amid the ceaseless tides of change which sweep away the generations, your enduring presence brings us comfort and hope. Around us are life and decay, death and renewal. The rhythm of time all things obey. Our life is a dance to a song we barely perceive. Its melody courses through us for a little while, then seems to cease. What is the source of this melody, and where does it go? In darkness as light, we turn to you, the source of life, the answer to all mysteries. This hour revives in us memories of loved ones, family, friends, companions, colleagues, and teachers who are no more. What joy we shared when, loving and loved, we walked through life together. Days or years may have passed, yet we feel near to them still. Our hearts yearn for them still. Though the bitter grief may have softened, a duller pain abides, for the place where once they stood is now empty. The links of life are broken, but the bonds of love and longing cannot break. We remember the men and women who but yesterday were part of our sacred congregation and community. To all who cared for our well-being, all whose names are engraved on our walls, all who worked for the betterment of our people and of humanity, we pay tribute. We recall with grief the martyrs of our people, who perished through the cruelty of the oppressor, victims of demonic hate, the aged and the young, the learned and the unlettered, driven in multitudes along the road of pain and pitiless death. They lie in nameless graves and far-off forests and lonely fields, and the substance of many was scattered by the winds to the earth's four corners, yet they shall not be forgotten. We take them into our hearts and give them a place beside the cherished memories of our own loved ones. They now are ours. O Lord of life, bless the memories we cherish. Those whom we recall today are gone from us, yet we are grateful for the blessings which they brought into our lives. May the sorrows we have known be softened by our sense of your infinite wisdom, your unending love, your eternal presence. We now take a moment for personal Yizkor prayers. The words can be found on your screens. Ribono shel olam, Elohei haruchot lechol basar, Master of the world, God of the spirit of all flesh, it is revealed and known before you that it is our fervent desire to praise your name and to remember and honor our beloved loved ones who have gone to their eternal rest by reciting the mourner's Kaddish in the company of a minyan. Though circumstances prevent us from doing so, may our yearning and prayers find favor in your eyes and be accepted and received before you as if we had prayed that Kaddish. May you grant hope and healing to all who suffer, and may we soon be able to once again safely gather in holiness and joy.
Ose shalom b'madona, u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimeru amen. Ose shalom b'madona, ve'u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen. El male rachamim, shochein במדומים, המצא מנוחה נכונה תחת כנפי השכינה, ומעלות קדושים וטהורים וגיבורים כזוהר הרקיע מזהירים לנשמות חיילי צבא הגנה לישראל ולוחמי המחתרות שנפלו במלחמות ישראל וכל הלוחמים במערכות העם שחרפו נפשם למות על קידושת השם העם והארץ ולנשמות חיילי קנדה שנפלו בתפקידי הגנה וביטחון וכל אלה שנרצחו בידי המרצחים מארגוני הטרור בעבור שנו מתפללים להירוי נשמותיהם לכן מל הרחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים ויצור בצור החיים את נשמותיהם אדוני הוא נחלתם בגן עדן תהא מנוחתם וינוחו בשלום על משכבם ונאמר אמן. אל מלא רחמים שוכן במרומים דיין אלמנות וביתומים אמצא מנוחה נכונה תחת כנפי השכינה במעלות קדושים וטהורים כזוהר הרקיע מאירים ומסירים לנשמות ששת המיליונים, אחינו ואחיותינו, רבבות בני ישראל, אנשים, נשים וטף, שנהרגו, שנשחטו, שנשרפו, שנחנקו, שנטבחו ושנקברו חיים בידי הנאצים ועוזריהם, ייבח שמם, ושהלכו לעולמם. קידוש השם. בעבור שאנו מתפללים לעילוי נשמותיהן, לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים. ביצור ביצור החיים את נשמותיהם, אדוני ונחלתם, בגן עדן תמנוחתם, וינוחו בשלום על משכבם, ונאמר אמן. אל מלא רחמים, שוכן במרומים, בצא מנוחה נכונה, תחת כנפי השכינה, במעלות קדושים וטהורים כזוהר הרקיע, מאירים ומזהירים לנשמות חברי קהילה קדושה בית תקווה, וכל אלה שהזכרנו היום לברכה, שהלכו לעולמם. ברור שאנו מתפללים לידוי נשמותיהם, לכן בעל הרחמים יסתירם בסתר כנפיו לעולמים, ויצור ביצור החיים את נשמותיהם, אדוני נחלתם, בגן עדן תהא מנוחתם, ינוחו בשלום על משכבם, ונאמר
Just before, Rabbi Grover spoke about the Baal Shem Tov. And I want to speak to you a little bit about one of his students. Rabbi Dov Ber of Mezrich, or the Maggid of Mezrich, had a student himself named Rabbi Leib. And Rabbi Leib once said, "I did not go to the Maggid to hear Torah from him. I went to see how he ties his shoelaces." It's a very interesting statement. Imagine trying to explain to someone how to tie their shoelaces without being able to show them, just using your words. It would be a difficult task. And this simple fact is true about so many lessons in our lives. They aren't learned from explanations, they're not learned from words. They're learned through observation of actions. They're learned through presence. Yizkor permits us to remember our loved ones, to hold on to their memories, but more importantly, to hold on to their presence, not as a source of grief and pain, but as an opportunity to remember the lessons they taught us, not through their words, but through their lives, the values they held dear, the morals they lived by. The pain of loss never truly goes away. Our tradition affirms that. Throughout the year, we have scheduled moments just like this, that we remember the pain, we acknowledge the loss. There are also moments that we feel it deeply, unscheduled, unplanned, moments when our loss is very present. But our tradition asks us to use those moments as an opportunity, to not turn away, but turn towards the memories of our loved ones, to feel their presence, to learn the lessons they gave us, to bring to mind our relationships with those we've lost, so we can learn from them and we can live today their values. There are those who no longer walk this world, yet their presence walks with us each and every day because they've shaped the people we are and the values we live our lives by. Yizkor asks us to remember those who have molded us simply by being in our lives and to rededicate ourselves to the sacred task we've been given, to be a living monument to their memory, to carry on their impact in the world through our own actions. May God help us in that sacred task, to live the lessons we've learned as a tribute to those we've loved.
ושבתי בבית אדוני. היי די 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 לאורך ימים. די 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 די